Hi guys, I'm back with another video, and as you can see here, I've got some new Madame Glam polishes to swatch for you guys. So I got this in the mail day before yesterday, and they actually have some new packaging, which I really like. It is, as you can see, let me zoom you out a little bit more. This is the box that it came in, and it's just got a little lid that holds down like this, and then the little thingies go in there, and it closes it up nicely, just like so. And I don't know if you guys remember from before, it was the square box that it kind of looked like a gift box. And this is great because it's got this foam, like the stuff that that they sell to like put on your bed, like the I can't think of what it's called, the egg foam, egg crate foam or whatever. So it's great. They were packaged just like this, no bubble wrap, nothing, and they were perfect, separated. There was no clinking around the bottles or anything. So I really like the new packaging that it comes in. So I definitely wanted to show that to you guys. So these are the polishes that I got this time. And I got 4 colors. And I actually it was super sweet. I asked my rep if I could substitute their top coat, have 3 colors in the top coat instead of just 4 colors. And she said that would be fine, but she would just throw the top coat in for me and still let me have the other 4 polishes. So I thought that was very sweet of her. So I definitely want to say thank you so much to Madame Glam for sending me these awesome polishes. So like I said, the first one that I grabbed was their quick dry top coat. And they've got a quick dry top coat, a matte top coat, and then a super shiny top coat. So I chose the quick dry top coat, and I figured I would test it out for you guys just to see how well it works compared to other brands. This super duper bright pink is called Be My Baby. And this pink is so bright and so fluorescent. You can see on camera that it is very bright, but in person it's even brighter than that. So crazy bright. And then this gorgeous neon green, which is showing up pretty true. It's showing up pretty true. In real life, it's a touch yellower shade of green that it's showing up on camera. But this is called Mint Cocktail. And then I've got this beautiful orange, and this is more of a muted corally shade of orange, very beautiful, and it's called Summer Nights. And finally, I've got this beautiful baby sky blue shade, and it's called Baby Boy. So when I showed you guys all the swatches from my polish haul a couple weeks ago, I think it was, I had a lot of people say that they would have really liked to see some live swatches, and that's something I've never done before, but I'm going to try to do that today for you guys, and hopefully it works out well. So let me get everything set up for that, and I'll meet you right back. So I'm starting out with the first coat of Be My Baby on my natural nail. And as you can see, it's fairly opaque, especially for a neon. I mean, it's a little streaky, but I don't have a white base coat or anything on underneath, so I think that's awesome. It's a little thick, but definitely easy to apply. I am finding myself having to wipe a little bit off of the brush back into the bottle because the stem on the brush is so long, but it's not out of control or anything at all. See, I just feel like I get a little bit too much on my brush every once in a while and have to wipe it back in because it's like running down the long stem of the brush. So that is one coat of Be My Baby. I'm going to let this dry and come back in with a second. So this is the second coat now. And I can already tell this one in particular does dry down to a glossy finish. And I do want to add before I forget, all of her polishes are completely cruelty-free, vegan, and 5-free. So whether that's something you specifically look for in a polish or not, it's definitely an added bonus. And because they are 5 free, they smell almost perfume-like. Like they don't smell like regular nail polish, but they still work the same, dry the same, and everything. It's awesome. So that is 2 coats of Be My Baby without top coat. And here they are, glowing under a black light. These are super duper neon, crazy bright. Again, this is Be My Baby. So now I'm going in with the first coat of Mint Cocktail. And this one's a little bit sheerer than the pink, but it doesn't seem to be too bad. And I'm still feeling like I have to wipe the excess off of the brush back into the bottle. So that is 1 coat of Mint Cocktail. I'm going to let this dry and come back in with a second coat. So now that that's dry, I'm going in with the second coat of Mint Cocktail. And this one I feel like is actually thin enough that you could probably do a jelly sandwich with it. And you can see there, it just all of a sudden started blobbing out because a big drip ran down that stem of the brush. But as long as you pay attention and you catch it before it floods the nail, you should be okay. So that is the second coat of Mint Cocktail. I'm going to go ahead and let this dry and come back in for a third. It's dry, I'm going to come in with a third coat. And hopefully it is fully opaque with this. If not, then I will do a fourth, but I will tap out at 4 coats. I do think that this is one you should probably wear a white base coat under. I'm deliberately swatching all the polishes without a white base coat under them, just so we can see how they perform without it. Coats of Mint Cocktail, and I think that it looks pretty opaque here, so I'm going to go ahead and stop there. But like I said, I would suggest using a white base coat underneath of this one. And I will give you another shot of this under a black light. And here we are with that underneath of a black light. As you can see, it is super bright and super duper glowy. Just like the pink one. Very, very neon. Awesome for summer. Now I'm going in with the first coat of Baby Boy. And this one seems to be pretty opaque compared to the green. Goes on a little streaky, but it's a very light color, so I feel like that's to be expected. To have a color this light be opaque on the first coat is like completely unheard of, basically. It is a gorgeous color too. So I changed the settings on my camera a little bit. because it was showing up a little greener on camera than it is in real life. But this is a like true baby blue color. So that is the first coat of Baby Boy. And I'm going to give this a minute or two to dry and come back in with a second coat. So now I'm going in with the second coat of Baby Boy. And I'm pretty confident that it will be fully opaque after this coat. And also, I don't feel like I'm having that same problem with the polish dripping down the stem on this one because it's slightly thicker than the neons were. So I feel like it's a little bit easier to control. Okay, so that is 2 coats of Baby Boy. I got a little bit of cleanup to do on my pinky there. Other than that, I think I am going to go in with a third coat. On camera, you can't really see it, but in person, I can see a little bit of streakiness here on my pointer finger. I did go in with a thicker second coat on the rest, but depending on application, I feel like this is right on the line between 2 and 3 coats. So let me give this a few minutes to dry, and I'll meet you right back. Okay, so I am going to go in with a third coat of Baby Boy, but like I said before, I do think that depending on application, you could totally get away with 2 coats. I did do a bit of a thicker second coat on my middle ring and pinky fingers, and that seems to be perfectly fine. It was just a bit streaky here on my pointer, so I am just going to go in with a third coat on all of the nails just to even it up and balance it out a little bit. Okay, so this is 3 coats of Baby Boy, and I think it's absolutely gorgeous. I do want to add really quickly, where you guys watched me basically flood my cuticles a little bit here on my pointer finger. That has nothing to do with the polish. I'm just swatching at an awkward angle a little bit to get it on film for you guys. So that's why that happened, but this polish is very, very easy to use and to control. So I did want to add that before I move on to the next polish. So now I'm going in with my first coat of Summer Nights. And this one is pretty opaque on the first coat. Not opaque enough for to be a one coater, but it's pretty close. I think with a thick first coat, I might actually be able to get it, but it is a little streaky. And this is another one where I have to wipe the excess off of my brush back into the bottle. There we go. So that is 1 coat of Summer Nights. I'm going to give that a sec or two to dry, and I'll be right back for the second coat. Okay, so now I'm going in with the second coat, and I think that this will bring this fully opaque. Sorry guys, I had to clean up that big mess I made right there. I accidentally touched the brush to the side of my finger. Coats of Summer Nights, and it is completely opaque at 2 coats. I'm going to go ahead and let this dry a little bit and then try out Madame Glam's Quick Dry Top Coat. So here I've got the Madame Glam Quick Dry Top Coat, and I can see already in the bottle it is super thin and watery. It's not thick like Seche Vite at all. So I'm going to go ahead and top coat these nails just to see how it applies, and later I will test it with some stamping, probably in a different video just whenever I get the chance, and I will make sure I update you guys and let you know how it worked with that, okay? So I'm just going to go in and top coat this nail, and yes, it's very, very, very thin. and it does seem to slightly reactivate the base color. I don't know if you can see on the brush, there is a little bit of residue from the nail, from the polish. And I'm not dragging it particularly hard on the nail. I'm floating it the best I can, but because it's so thin, it's kind of hard. But let me see if I put it down on my mat. Can you see how there's just a touch of that orange shade in the polish? But now I'm going to give this a couple minutes to dry and see how quickly it dries, and be right back. Okay guys, so it has been about 6 minutes with the quick dry top coat on in front of a fan, and as you can see, I smudged my pointer finger pretty good there as I was turning the fan off, and I didn't really hit it that hard. And then I did the touch test on my middle finger here, and as you can see, I am leaving pretty significant fingerprints, and I'm not touching it very hard. So rule of thumb with a quick dry top coat is 6 minutes. It should be dry. So at 6 or 7 minutes at this point, I feel like it should be drier than it is. So quick dry top coat from Madame Glam, not my favorite product. I don't think it dries quickly, but that's just my personal opinion. I may just be spoiled from using Out the Door and Seche Vite, but I do feel like it should be drier than it is, but that's just me. However, the polishes themselves are absolutely wonderful. They are so gorgeous. They apply like a dream. They dry pretty quickly. They self-level great. So I would definitely recommend the polish itself, just not the top coat. So I do have a 30% off code for you guys. It is PQ30, and I will leave that down below for you guys as well with the link, and you get a whopping 30% off of your entire purchase with Madame Glam using that code. So once again, thank you so much, Madame Glam, for sending me all of these polishes. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, comment down below, subscribe, and of course, come back to see me next time. Bye!